why it's so hard for you to cry. Especially when you're releasing emotions, it's very hard sometimes to cry when you feel that you have a stuck emotion in your body or you are connecting to your feelings. It's definitely hard to have these emotional releases. And I want to say this clearly, that the only thing you have to let go of in these moments is logic. And letting go of logic allows for you to go back into the body and let the body do what it needs to do. And so I'm specifically talking about when you're releasing emotions stuck in the body and trauma healing and, you know, releasing suppressed things that are inside yourself via first spiritual evolution and healing. Okay, so when we're in that mode of reality, when we're on that pendulum swing, what we want to make sure we are able to do is let go of logic, because our experience is not going to be logical. We're going to do things that don't make sense to the rational mind. They don't make sense to the mind. The frontal cortex can't grasp what is actually occurring. Because it's like, why would you be acting this way when it's like not happening right now? Like nothing as big is happening right now. But really what you're doing is you're releasing what was stuck inside of you. And only now is it safe enough to come up to the surface. And so besides logic, I mean, logic you have to let go of. And that was the main point of this video. But I also want to say is like, if you don't feel safe enough to have that type of release because there's people around or you don't have a private environment, that will also stop you from having the full release. You can have some, but you can't have the full. So I really recommend, if you're gonna have a full release, usually divine timing lines up for when I need to have a full release. And there won't be anyone in the house. I could let go, I could scream, I could cry, I could make weird noises in order to fully get to that point where I feel clear and cleansed. But if you don't have that, I would recommend you go in your car and you take care of whatever healing you need to do in the car. And I feel like people, the ones that will get it. It's just part of the process. This is a part of the stages of evolution in spirituality, is the emotional healing stage, the trauma healing stage, releasing suppression in the body. And that's an ongoing process, but there's sometimes it's more intense than others. So there you go. I would just recommend you drop out of logic and get into your body. And when you feel that stuckness, it's usually because your logic is trying to protect you from having that come through. But that's exactly what we don't want. We don't want to block it anymore because we want to let it go. So there you go. Hope that helped, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye. I also wanted to add that you cannot have the type of releases that I am referring to here, this extremes amounts of letting go of emotional stuckness in your body, unless you are safe in your body. This comes with nervous system regulation. This comes from ongoing creating safety, a safe container for yourself, because without that safe structure, the feminine can't feel fully able to come through. Men and women, this is for men and women. If you don't feel safe enough to hold space for your emotions, the body will know this and it won't come out, because it's going to protect you no matter what. So once we are now in a safe space, like we've done a lot of nervous system regulation, and we have let go, and we've created a lot of safety in the body will naturally unfold for you through, you know, recognition that it is okay to come out now. And that's why things like fasting and Reiki and different things pull stuff out of you, and you because you're being like lifted, you're being cleared, so that things will come up. Meditation does this a lot. Meditation, I mean, I'll zone in on a meditation and then all of a sudden it's like I'm tapped into the body. Okay, it's time, I'm coming through. Not all the time, guys. We talk about this in my last video, pendulums. This is a stage that you get stuck in if you don't see it's a pendulum, right? If you don't see that this is a part of the social construction. It is. You're gonna have it. But all the extra details, I mean, come on. If we really get into the most basic experience, it's the body is gonna do what it needs to do. So let's just take care of ourselves, but at the same time recognize a point for having emotional release and trauma healing is a necessity in this work. And I don't think most people have the tools on how to handle that. So I think this video can offer a little bit of advice and tools. And in the future, I've done some videos on this in the past, so if you want to check those out, I have like a beginner's guide, and I have a quantum leap your pussy or something. Those videos are, I talk about this type of work. But it's really just important to say, because yeah, I don't think most people, I got into it because I found someone that just, it resonated, and I knew it was my time. And it was basically my time to have my full healing. I wanted to heal my attachment. That was what it was. It was like, I'm done having this inside of me. I want to heal it. And I remember finding this lady, and for the first thing that they taught was the healing method. And talking to the inner child while she cries, while she says what she needs to say, and healing, and this. But I also recognize it when I'm in a deep meditation and I'm doing this. My body will naturally go into it. My body will naturally do breath work. My body will naturally get really freed when the ego starts to go down. So there's other ways that the ego goes down, right? Like psychedelics, different ways that we can get into these states without having the egoic mind blocking us, which is that rational, logical mind trying to always future, past, future, past, future, 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 stress, anxiety. This mind needs to sometimes drop away in order for you to heal. I mean, not sometimes, always. You know, that's the thing that's getting purified, right? So it's never going to go away, but it will purify. I mean, it goes away, but it comes back. And can't believe I'm trying to explain the ego to you guys. Who am I to explain the ego? Just an ego explaining the ego. No, I've done a lot of meditation, and so meditation to me is the clearest thing that can bring you to understanding how the mind thinks and how the mind moves. And it's a rapid thing in that level. You know, the mind level is always like, you know, it stops, but it could be like that for a little bit, and then it will calm down. The body, physical plane, slower, mind faster, being nothing. It's just aware. That's where we go. That's where we go. That's what holds us. That's where we sit when we allow things to come up. We sit on our being. That's where the safety is. That's who's observing while you're screaming and crying. It doesn't judge you. It's perfect. It takes perfect care. Allows for it to come down. When you're screaming at yourself, crying, releasing whatever rage, anger, the being is just so perfect. So, there you go, there you go, there you go. I'm done now. I'm going to leave and move on with my life. So, bye.